looks like we've got a special guest today. We're going to have a nice interview with a victim, because apparently, I don't know, I like actually talking to people that have been this. I don't want to make a flashy video. I don't want to call 3D fucking intro. I don't want to, get random people that are allegedly victims or, spin them as some form of content. I actually want to talk to people that have been wronged. Like, legitimacy of statements is what you want. The validity of statements and what's happened. That's also why I have witnesses. Speaking of witnesses, we have a nice guest today. I'd like to welcome Lunarie Dolzy, the one that Shadow Melody decided to fucking manipulate and force into in a compromising position, and was the main cancelling subject of this, that FFI and Royal used, and then refused to listen to her afterwards because apparently they don't want the truth. Isn't that nice? Oh, also, for things, you are Dolzy Lunarie, correct?
Affirmative.
See? And here's the thing, I would actually like to talk to her, FFI and Royal, but apparently you don't, because she has contacted you, and you have decided to completely ignore her. Because apparently the truth of me being framed wasn't good enough, and you're just going to say I manipulated her and convinced her, but whatever. But I digress. It's just petty drama at this point. If you don't want to see validity in the truth, or even talk to the girl themselves, the one that was used to cancel me, it was the main cancelling point of everything. Apparently, victim statements don't mean anything anymore. Only the story that you want, and also the money that you want from the views. But like I said, I digress. It's not like I have grievances with this. But yeah. She's come to make statements and talk about what happened, so we can just get into this. So, Lunarie, let's just start this off. How did you end up meeting Shadow?
I ended up meeting Shadow through Buzzsaw.
The one that was also part of plotting my downfall, which I will link a video here because he decided to admit it. Oh wait, no, that's not a screenshot. That's a fucking video. Yeah, well, she said no.
You neither. No. Fine then. It was all me. Fine, I messed up your group, I did that. And I'm sorry. I don't know if I can do anything to repay me. If you want me to make you avatars you can upload to a Sugar Rolls account, you want me to make you Candy Ghost on a moon, what do you want?
Fix my fucking image. If you can fucking orchestrate framing me, if you can orchestrate unframing me.
Do a little fucking Jesus, Tia?
Yeah, you do, because, like I said, you can fucking fix it. Go tell everyone you fucking framed me. Especially fucking
I don't have access to the account anymore, I literally can't get into it.
You're only temp banned.
No, I can't get into the account. As in, I literally cannot get into it.
Now?
No, the login. Like, I cannot.
What do you know about fairy came good? I talk to furries, not you.
Okay.
Also, too, if you try and log the account, fucking, you should... I don't give a fuck about avatars, it's petty as shit. It's not about the avatars, Batman. It's literally about the avatars.
He said it was
I told you, fix the fucking
literally nothing
image.
I can do. I literally...
There's other platforms. You do fucking your Bristol Bonds here. Go fucking...
I don't have a group.
You can't go to fucking Bonds platform.
Have that. You've pretty much fixed everything I've done. So what am I supposed to do?
I haven't fixed everything you've done. I'm still getting fucking death threats and shit.
Right, what? Okay, that's them. They're irrelevant. You think people
no,
you
fix me. You fucking go fix me in fucking Digital Circus, because those fucking dickheads that fucking...
Digital Circus, I don't even know those people!
Yeah, it'd be such a shame if you fucking didn't even know those people. I was there until someone decided to ruin it.
Bruh. That's them, no me. Radio? I'm a radio! I don't touch dogs.
have access to make announcement.
I usually don't have access to anything.
Yo, you're telling me you can't piss in bonds here like you've done time and time again and be like, I need to make an announcement to fix shit.
No,
you have to, because you're the one that orchestrated it.
No, she literally said no more announcements about anything about this situation. We physically can't.
Yeah,
Or we'll get
there's nothing.
unmodded.
Well, that's for me to fucking... Well, actually, no. Actually, no, it's not for me to do anything. You fix it. Everyone loves you. You tell me how everyone fucking loves you and listens to you. Go fucking Shitweasel. Because Shitweasel would fucking overthrow me. Shitweasel would unfucking overthrow me. But yeah, so you met Shadow Melody through Buzzsaw. So how did you end up meeting Buzz?
I ended up meeting Buzz through a friend of mine that I had already mutually known. They were dating at the time.
Which friend would that be?
A Tommy.
Ah, the same girl that he also also abused. But that's for a later date interview, because Tommy's got some nice choice things to say about how he treated her. I was also going to say you could also elaborate as well, because you technically had a relationship with him. Wouldn't call it that with the amount of abuse he gave you.
He wasn't the nicest at times and very demanding when it came to some actions or things that he wanted. Very close to Shadow's behavior as well.
So, with Buzzsaw, what would he demand? Would he tell you who you can and can't talk to? Would he tell you when you can and can't do things?
He would tell me that he would prefer me not to get on at certain times or without him or hang with certain people. He did not want me around you unless he was there. He did not want me around some of my certain friends unless he was there.
That's controlling as shit.
If I was going to say something or if I was going to do something without his permission.
Well, that's usually what abusers do. They try to isolate their victim and control the narrative. And, you know, obviously he wanted to control the narrative. It'd be such a shame if people found out he was an abusive partner. Sadly, a lot of people have found out he is an abusive partner. And, well, not everyone can come forward or have, you know, the bravery to speak up. But, yeah, so what else also happened with Buzzsaw that you would disagree with?
The main thing I usually disagree with him on, even to the current day, is associating and heavily working with Melody at the moment.
So he's still in affiliation with Shadow Melody. The same Shadow Melody that helped with my framing. And also Buzzsaw helped with my framing.
Correct.
So with Shadow Melody and Buzzsaw, what would they be affiliated with? You know, projects, accounts, you know,
projects,
things.
Accounts, anything to do with creation, people they didn't like, they would have the server collectively take down or just report in general.
So they would maliciously go after people that they didn't like?
Yes.
Well
Especially
then.
when it came to Melody's work, Buzz's work, mine, or Frolics.
So, I did make an announcement about the Frolics association with Melody. I will clear this up. I do publicly apologize about calling out Frolics association with Melody. I did not know she did not have any idea of the abhorrent behavior that Melody has committed or any atrocities that he's committed. Frolic did not know that he was a neo-Nazi. She did not know that Melody has compelled mentally ill children into compromising positions to frame people, and she also did not know about his ripping and stealing and also him just being a piece of shit. So, for that matter, I do publicly apologize for calling Frolic for that. She had absolutely no idea or understanding of Melody's issues. But yeah, because I do want to bail Frolic out. She's a very sweet girl and doesn't deserve any of this. Just like you're quite sweet and don't deserve any of this. Look, it's okay. You're doing great. It took me a little while to get her to talk about this. A lot more than Andy. Because this public statement's been in for a while. But no. With also the whole cancel videos and stuff, did Shadow Melody or Buzzsaw or both of them compel you to say and do things towards FFI and Royale to incriminate me and make me look bad?
Yes, I was encouraged by Buzz and Shadow to message FFI after the first live stream went out.
After the first one, and I know Molly64 had a hand in that as well, because they've stated, I get it stated that they don't care that he's a bad person, he has dirt on me. I wouldn't call it dirt, I'd call it fraudulent evidence, but what do they care? As long as they get their money. But no, with also your relationship, well, not relationship, relations with Shadow Melody, I wouldn't really call it a friendship. What else did he say and do to you?
He would frequently get frustrated if projects didn't go correctly, or if things weren't due on time. He's easily frustrated at Buzz and would often raise his voice at him, or just plainly ignore him if things wouldn't go correct. It also came down if I wouldn't do things, he would immediately just have somebody else do them, and would act very passive-aggressive to me if I just didn't get them done in a timely manner.
Would he when you say raise his voice, would he would there be times where he would yell at you or scream at you?
He's only screamed at me a few times, but it's mainly been about drama issues and not work.
With those drama issues, was it because you weren't serving your use, as he put it?
But after that, he said he's sick and tired of it. He's done with me because it's going too far.
Wait, what?
With the stuff with the Facebook stuff, I don't care about that. I was on call with Shadow earlier, and he said that he was done with my shit and how far it's going, and that I need. I'm sorry, I need to. Mainly, yes. I wasn't doing the things I needed to help progression and the things he needed.
Well, last I checked, you're quite talented, especially with your modeling and stuff. I mean, you made this from fucking scratch. So I don't know what his problems or grievances would be. You've always done projects on time, especially the ones I've paid you for. And every time things have been held up, you've been quite transparent with things.
I try to always meet my deadlines when it comes to it.
But
and
yeah.
If there is any issues with things like that, I try to communicate that I will be late on it, or I won't be able to do it in general. Which he was quite frustrated at me at, just for a lot of things with it. Especially because I was busy with my own projects, I wouldn't be able to do thumbnails, for example, and then he would just do it himself.
Thumbnails?
It doesn't look the same.
Thumbnails you can do with fucking MS Paint. Well, what does it mean he got angry that you didn't do fucking thumbnails? I make a thumbnail for a fucking Toy Box avatar in like 5 minutes. I just gotta Google and find something cute. The fuck?
He liked the style that I did with mine, and since I was usually busy and my hands aren't the best as they used to be, it's harder for me to do the basic tasks that I usually would.
So you're telling me he would have issues with a girl with, complicated medical issues, which I will not disclose, but...
Yes, he would.
Well, that's not right.
It's not to explain to him.
It's not your fault that you have, reoccurring medical issues that you have no control over. But yeah, what else would he do and say that you disagreed with or perceived as not appropriate?
I mainly disagreed with his not safe for work in general. I do think it is better he is trying to limit it to 16 plus, but still he is 17 and shouldn't be doing not safe for work in general at all. It was fully accessible to everyone at one point, that it just was only hidden behind a spoiler in his work in progresses.
But by accessible by anyone, you mean anyone, including people that were technically not legally adults and very not adult.
Yes, they could. All it took was going into the work in progress channel and then clicking the spoiler. And he would also sell these models to certain people that would purchase them. I don't know their ages.
Well,
I don't know
then.
how old they would be, but he did sell the not safe for work to adults and minors, from what I know.
Okay, he wouldn't even ask for age verification. I mean, you don't have to send someone a photo of your ID, but he wouldn't even ask if you're an adult.
No.
Well
Sue
then.
would just be Sue.
Well, that's not good. Selling not safe for work things to children is definitely not good, even if you're a minor. It's not appropriate. What?
Another one of his inappropriate behaviors that I don't approve of is he has toned this down quite a bit, which I have not seen any imagery of it recently, but his OCs having swastikas all over them, or just being heirs or descendants of Hitler. Basically full Nazism, just because he enjoyed the ideals of it being from that OC.
Who? Okay, look, who? Look, I've seen a lot of kids and adults and autistic people and whatever have OCs, and their backstories definitely not derivative of neo-Nazi behavior or Nazi behavior. Would you say he idolizes Hitler? With from what you've seen,
he quite often does the salute with the hand, says German words that Hitler has famously said, and his dad has even agreed and said in the background of agreeing with his statements of Hitler.
Well, his father's a neo-Nazi. Even I'm learning of this because I don't dive into his home life. I don't really ask children about personal identifying information, but this is also actually new to me. Have you heard his father or talked to his father?
I have.
You
I
have?
have not talked to his father. I have heard him.
His father agrees with Nazi statements.
Yes, when I was asking if his dad was okay with him saying the German words or just screaming about Hitler in his house, I asked if his dad would be if he was fine with this, and he called out to his dad and said, "What do we think about Hitler?" or something along the lines, and the dad repeated back to him the German statement. I don't feel comfortable saying it myself.
Then I'm highly disapproving of this. Look, it's not a
learned behavior from his father, but in general, it is not a appropriate behavior for him to be displaying.
Yeah, no, none of this is okay. At all. The neo-Nazi behavior, the not safe for work for children, and also him not even age checking. Even I remotely age check. I ask someone if they're an adult, and if they lie to me, then well, that's kind of on them, and that's not appropriate. Don't lie about being an adult. It's not okay. At all. But the fact is, he didn't even take any steps to check any of this, did he?
No.
Would you say that he's publicly vocal about his Nazi behavior?
Yes, he is.
That's not good.
Anytime we were in a call, in a public lobby, even a private call, Hitler, the German statements, or anything of the salute was brought up at least once. Because he takes it as a joke or just plays around with it.
Well, yeah, but
seriously.
I know people make offensive jokes, but would you say it was all an offensive joke, or was he actually dead set in it?
I think he's dead set in it, as he's gotten repeated art of the OC with a swastika armband on it. And
which this is Discord OC.
Loves it.
Ugh.
He has currently taken everything off with the swastika, which I am proud of him for in general. But it shouldn't have been done in the first place.
Yeah,
it's not an okay time in the period. That person killed multiple people, isolated a whole religion. That's not something you should idolize.
It's a religion and a minority. Like, none of this is okay. Genocide's not okay. This is like statements that I have to make publicly. Don't kill people. Don't steal shit. Don't nut on children. Creamy loony. And don't be an advocate for genocide. Bon. Would you say that would you say he would try to radicalize people to his views? And, sell them in a positive light?
Yes, he has openly bragged about making Fleur racist by saying the N-word and Buzz openly racist by saying that he made them racist.
Right.
And Buzz has disclosed to me that he does not want to, but is basically peer pressured into it by Shadow making fun of him.
So you would say Shadow peer pressures people into doing a lot of things that aren't socially acceptable?
Yes.
That's not good. Would would his behavior change to a more violent tone if you didn't agree with his peer pressuring?
Yes, his tone would get more aggressive as you wouldn't agree with what he was saying.
That's not good. That's not good at all. But I digress a little more. But like I said, all these statements are from Lunarie Dalsey herself. I don't want to not interject. I don't want to persuade said opinions. Because like I said, I like validity to my statements. I don't want flashy intros. I don't want cool fucking flashing lights and hand puppets and colors. I would like validity. I would like factual statements from experiences. Would Shadow regularly get you to do and say things to incriminate other people or make them look bad, or get you to attack other people or do things, say in a hostile manner? A good example would be he heavily convinced dearest Lunarie Dalsey to DMCA various models and stuff that were only affiliated to my group. Yes? Would you like to
encourage me to DMCA models that had to do with the toy box, even though I had made the preview for Dottie, especially for the toy box, so that the children could enjoy her and have her, but I could still make revenue off of it. So it wasn't a straight upload of my paid files.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about. Like, I talked and agreed with her. I asked, what would you like on that account? The Sugar Rolls account, it should still, oh wait, no, it's still DMCA'd. We'll fix that later. This is more important, her feelings. But that preview would still be available, and you can purchase Lunarie's talent from her PayHip.
Yes, my PayHip.
I will be linking that in the description. Please support this girl. At least we can do after all this abhorrency. But yeah, what other experiences would you have with Shadow Melody?
Mainly with Shadow, it would always be paired with Buzz. Buzz and Shadow would mainly balance each other's behaviors out if one got out of hand. Let's say Shadow was getting too overheated, Buzz would take over the conversation.
So you would say, I was going to say bum buddies, but I mean, actually, no. You know what, they are bum buddies. Bum buddies can hold hands in hands. They can also be foxhole buddies. But yeah, so you say you'd work closely with them. Is there any other projects that Buzz and Melody would work on together? You know, like avatars or avatar accounts or other stuff?
Yes, they do actively work on avatars together, as far as I know.
What accounts or, you know, avatars would they work on, or would it have a, you know, a branding or anything?
I do not have direct links or any kind of contact to the accounts, but they would work mainly on Sun and Moons, edits of things based around themes like the Warden Moon that Buzz was mainly known for. Just various different types to keep churning out and not be under one big group of accounts. It would be under one unanimous one.
So what would be the unanimous account?
I don't have the account name.
You don't have the name?
Work under DCA.
So Shadow Melody and Buzzsaw work under the DCA avatar account, or branding as you would?
Yes.
Well then,
which
I don't think I will be supporting that group.
As is.
Oh, I wouldn't use it as public knowledge.
It is public knowledge, basically, because in the Work in Progress channel in Shadow's server, he would openly post the avatars that were being worked on, and then they would appear on that account. So if someone was smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, they would know.
Well, I mean, it's the first time properly hearing about it, because I didn't know he was very public about his working on DMCA avatars, because I don't think people would be very approving that their avatars were made by a neo-Nazi that compelled mentally ill children into compromising positions to fabricate evidence. But I digress. Also, you're doing good. I know it took a lot for you to, get the courage for this. You're doing good, lunarie. But like I said, I digress again. When working with Shadow Melody, what would happen? Because I've talked to a lot of people that used to work with him, and he would call them slaves. And can I say niggers on fucking YouTube?
No.
This is for contextual sense. He would use derogatory terminology such as niggers and slaves and wetbacks, from what I've been told from witnesses. Like I said,
He
usually...
would actively call Buzz and Fleur, like, they're his model slaves.
Well then. I'm assuming he didn't pay them either.
I'm pretty sure he did pay Fleur for her work, but I know Buzz does not get paid.
So, Farlick worked on avatars for Shadow Melody?
Yeah, she made the version 2 of Madeline.
Really? Because last I checked with the Madeline, it's got made by Shadow Melody branding inside of it.
He did the Unity for it. After she was done making the base model, she gave it to him, and he did what else he wanted to and needed to the model.
Well then, because I was told that he ripped it. I was...
No.
No, he didn't rip it. I was told that the Madeline version 1 and version 2 was ripped. Because that's what Farlick has stated to me, that Shadow Melly stole it from her.
No. The version 2 Madeline was specifically made to make Ms. upset that there was not safe for work and imagery of just derogatory things of her OC on it.
Well then...
Which Farlick did not implement herself. Melody did implement that himself. She only made the base model and the outfits.
Okay, so Farlick only made a safe for work base.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is what I was not aware of. I was told that it was stolen off her. But, things come to light.
She made it completely for him, and I could probably go back in messages and find it of him just first getting it done. He was planning to commission her and get her to make it for a while before it came to be.
Well then.
She did not do it out of her own will.
Out of her own will, so he harassed her into it.
Basically would ask over and over, and as far as I know, she kind of just said, okay, I'll do it. But I know she was 100% paid for it.
Well, at least she was compensated for it, and as you can see, she definitely gave someone a safe for work base. And Melody has a history of making things not safe for work, especially with any regard of age or appropriateness.
Yes, when Flarlick gave the base to Shadow, Shadow did add chest anatomy and added male and female anatomy to it.
Well then, it's not the best. Well, at least we know that. At least we know now where that base came from. Because I'm not really too impressed I was lied to. Because I was told that it was stolen and ripped, and I made a statement in my service saying, "Please do not, spread rips, especially things stolen when they were supposed to be a personal."
No, it was purely made so Melody could sell it to make Ms. upset.
Well then. Well, actually, that's
itself. It literally says "fuck you, Ms."
Actually, that's also another thing. What is Melody's gripe with Ms? I have my own gripes with Ms because I've had people buy her models and then get banned from her Discord. Actually, no, Ms, if you're watching this, stop banning people that give you money from your Discord. I don't know what your fucking business plan is, but that's not okay. If someone purchases your shit and is a genuine fan, I don't know why you would fucking piss on them. Okay? If someone bought my shit, I'd be absolutely ecstatic. People don't even buy my shit. I just want to make shit public because fucking not everyone has money. Like, I've had a lot of complaints about your behavior towards your fan base. And it's not even just people hating you over said accusations. It's what you've done to them. I've had so many people come to me saying they bought your shit and then they've been banned from your place, or you've just basically shit on them being absolutely rude to them. Like, this type of harassment towards you is not okay. Harassment isn't okay. But I would suggest maybe not being mean to your fan base, especially people that are willing to fork out like $50 to $100 for a bloody model. But like I said, I digress again, because I do have grievances to how you treat your fan base, because I have to listen to it and I have to deal with it. But, yeah.
His personal thing was Ms. His original plan was to get in contact with Ms., to manipulate her, to get her private files. That's why the wave of the purple spider moon came out, the private Verosicas. That's why all that went out, is because he was friends with Ms. She would wear her stuff around him. That's why he went on a whole tangent of not letting anybody have.
Wait, they were previously friends. Did she know?
Yes,
did she know? Did she know Shadow Melody was a neo-Nazi?
Yes, she knew of everything and thought Shadow was getting better because he was physically displaying getting better. But it was all a show to manipulate her and get her private things. He had also snuck into Valentino's Hell, which is a 18-plus group, to get more private models. And this was all before the ECA and all that, so he could easily rip these files off of these people. Miharu was completely skeptical of Shadow, and is basically the whole reason why more didn't get out. Because Miharu basically put a stop to it and said, hey, that's enough. I don't trust this person. Let's distance.
I don't even know how he even got into those places to begin with his history and his behavior. I don't know how he even walks into them. It's probably just because he doesn't have pedophile accusations. That's probably the only thing. I mean, I don't have any solid proof, but fucking, those will probably come out eventually. Like I said, you're not the only person that's been a victim of him.
After Shadow was completely done with Ms., he took all the files that were valuable and spread them out. It went to Bond's server, it went to Pickle's server, it went to his, it went anywhere that a RIP file server could go. And that's why all those files are public, that's why Ms. made the Broska pay to use. It was just a domino effect. So his whole gripe with Ms. is that she's easily manipulatable, she's stupid, and he could easily do it again.
Yeah, this is the way you put it. But yeah, actually, that's another thing. What's Shadow Melody's affiliation with Bond? Because I would really like to know how he radicalized a Jew into being a neo-Nazi. That's actually I would really like to know.
Nothing to do with Shadow. Shadow hates Bond. He actively made people witch hunt her when.
How was he working with her then? And how did he radicalize her then? Or was that just him being manipulative?
He was never working with her.
Well, that's not what I was told from her.
Amount of time. No, they never really got close. I've only seen them probably talk 2 times, and every time I spoke to Shadow after that, he wanted nothing to do with Bond.
Well, that's not what Bond told me.
And got paid to rip every single one of her avatars. They're not working together regardless.
When I was still talking to Bunzy, even on weird terms, even through fucking admin and stuff, she would talk about how she would talk to him, and they were on good terms.
No, I don't know Bond's side, but I knew Shadow did not like her at all.
Oh no, he hates her fucking guts because she's Jewish. I know that for a fact, especially with all the neo-Nazi behavior that was just discussed before. But no, when I talk to Bunzies, and even when fucking other people talk to Bunzies, including admin, like directly in DMs and stuff, she said she would talk to him, and they were friends and stuff on good terms. I'll see if I can find a screenshot. I won't point because I'll look like a fucking idiot pointing the air if I got nothing. But like, she said she was on good terms with him and they would talk regularly and stuff. That's what I mean. It's also like how she wound up in fucking Nazi gear, which I'm very disapproving of.
As far as I knew, they were not close, or if they were in contact, there was ulterior motive from Shadow.
Blatantly. Because I know he wanted her server, Because when I was still moderator there, he tried weaseling in multiple fucking times and post multiple doxing information in that server. That's also why a few of the channels went down, because of the doxing information that she refused to delete, and then I got kicked out. And like I said, that's her fucking problem. I told her to delete it even after I got fucking framed and kicked out by the bitch, but she still didn't fucking want to do anything. Actually, on that subject, would Shadow Melody keep you in the dark about a lot of stuff? Like, you just
Yes,
find out
I was
later?
not let in to know a lot of information, or I'd find out through Buzz.
Okay, yeah, so there's a good chance to say that he kept you in the dark about talking to Bon.
Yes.
Well then, that's not good. At all. But no, but like, but the other thing, since you had affiliation with Shadow Melon, we already know his abhorrency and also the fact that he manipulates people and takes everything. We can jump towards. So when it came up to framing me, how were you approached with that? Was he very adamant about it?
In the very first or aftermath?
Just anything, even start from the beginning.
He had no part in the original one. That was Buzz and Bon.
Completely. Because I know, because I have server logs from him being there with unknown code and fucking Pickle and stuff plotting against me. I know they were there.
Code never spoke, at least in my proximity when it came to any of it. Pickle was also very adamant, but was not the main planners. It was Bon and Buzz.
Well, get her here first, because she was roped into it. But I'm surprised that Shadowmay didn't have anything to do with it, because
he didn't have anything to do with the original one at all.
No, because when I saw the server logs and also the communications between him and stuff, he knew of it. He did know of it.
He knew of it, but I knew that he was not part of the main thing between the group of people that did it.
Would you say, with the whole plan and stuff, were you kept in the dark or was on need-to-know basis with a lot of stuff?
I was on a need-to-know basis, so if I needed to be somewhere or if I needed to do something, that's all I got told.
Okay,
otherwise, because just shit posting about you.
Oh well, then. I mean, I do like a good shit post. But yeah, no, because I know he was maybe not even directly a part of it, a part of it. But fucking, he was there during the meetings and stuff. He was there with an alt account because we heard his voice because he was on Quest. He was also a part of it in other ways. I just don't have solid evidence other than I know it's him. And also from what other people have told me. So, from what I understanding is they did keep you in the dark.
Him in during those. I did not know that he was part of it in the original.
Buzz was close with Melody. When I was still friends with Buzz, about 6 months before I got framed, he was friends with Melody. And also Lucifer. I'm not impressed with that. Also, this is the same Lucifer that groomed his VR kids and still keeps denying it. It's kind of hard to deny when I've seen the screenshots, and they're very abhorrent, so I can't post them on YouTube. And if I were to censor them, the whole thing would be black. Stop grooming kids, Lucy. Fuck off. Also, I gotta digress on Lucy. The fact that you decided to start calling me a pedo because I fucked your single girlfriend, you broke up with her, and you know what? Fucking, I don't know how you break up with her. That's a fucking fine piece of ass. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. Also, too, you still owe her fucking $4,000. Mr. Bishop, I suggest you pay your ex back. Fucking vulture. But no, yeah, I digress with that. Fuck it. But yeah, no, they did. They kept you on a need-to-know basis, because I'm surprised you didn't know that Melody was there during the meeting at all. I'm surprised altogether, because he was also there. Because what they said is, after your experience with me, Melody decided to comfort and hold you, from what I was told.
Yes. I was trying to join my friend Emma after the padded room. I was very overwhelmed and didn't know what to do because I didn't know how they were going to react, so I immediately was having a breakdown. I came to find my friend Emma. She was AFK. That furthered my breakdown, and him and Bunny sat down with me while I was crying. That was
Well
basically
then.
maybe the second time I had met him.
Well then, because I was going to say, fucking, for someone that didn't have a hand in it, he seemed to be, there conveniently understanding what happened.
I think he had joined via Emma or one of Emma's friends because I had joined her afterward.
Yeah, because at this time, he was still in contact with Bon. And I know that for a fact because she would tell me. Especially when I was not impressed with everything, and he was in contact with Buzzsaw Jawsaw, which I am also not impressed with, Buzz. I don't know why you picked Team Neo-Nazi. But you do you. Just like how you creamed fucking, that 11-year-old. Actually, that's another thing. What was his excuses to you about the whole 11-year-old situation?
I never spoke to him about it.
You never spoke to him about it?
No.
So, did anyone bring it up at all, or even mention it?
I had knew of it, but at the time I was still keeping my nose out of anything to do with drama-wise, because that was when the first wave of videos had happened and I needed a mental break. So I hadn't questioned, I didn't ask, I didn't do anything with it.
Well, because that's the thing, because there was a few screenshots and stuff, with your personal in it, and they were claiming it was you and me being abhorrent. Do you have any recollection of any of those photos holding you in it? Because those came out after I had to break contact with you.
Which ones? Do you recall which avatar it was?
Apparently it was my personal with your version 24, and the version 24 was still private and exclusively to your account.
I never personally used your moonbeam, neither did Buzz.
No, not this one, your 24.
My 24.
Yeah, the 24 that everyone kept trying to rip.
Okay, Melody.
Yeah, Melody.
Not Shadow Melody, his name is Melody.
Yeah, it's a reference towards Hello Kitty and stuff. Fucking everyone's gonna stop calling things Melody. But, yeah, no, because there was photos circling around and stuff of me and you being inappropriate together, but this was after everything and after the framing, and I want to know how those photos magically came up, because me and you weren't talking whatsoever after that. There was the, me talking to you in the void, but after that, I had no contact with you whatsoever.
I don't recall any sort of photos.
Really?
I never hung around anyone with any kind of moonbeam. I never saw it after I stopped talking to you.
Well, fucking, then how those photos turn up then? Because Bon advertised them in her server. Gee, it was almost like maybe one of the rippers, Melody, Bon, got files and stuff and decided to frame me. Because that's why I'm asking you right now in this interview, how did those photos come about? Because I had no contact with you after the whole bloody thing. After the 17th, you were just gone.
No, I don't recall any photos with my OC in it at all. And the only time I would wear it was around Buzz, and he would usually wear the 24 with me.
But, Buzz also rips, and this was before the encryption.
So, undeniably, there is possibility that there is other people involved with making pictures.
Gee, it's almost like I got framed. But no, everything I do is magic and AI generated or whatever, and I can just magically clone accounts. Because I was going to say, those screenshots didn't have accounts in them. All those screenshots were just models. And my framing was done by a bunch of rippers. Well, a bunch of neo-Nazi rippers, because apparently I don't know why they'd do that. Why are they neo-Nazi rippers? Like, whatever. Because don't forget, children, even I'm finding out about a bunch of this shit. Because, like I said, I've never had a chance to actually properly talk to her about this. Because, I want validity. I want, facts. I want 100% her view and words. Nothing I can compel. But no, that's, No, that's actually interesting. I should dig into that. Fucking, where do those photos come from? Because if you weren't there and they, that wasn't you, and that wasn't me and you being fucking weird in those fucking photos, then who the hell was it?
Were they recent photos?
No, I don't know. I just kept getting fucking update cancels from fucking Bond server every other day, and then they showed photos of me and you making out in my personal and your 24, which I know you had Dextro on, or fucking someone got the file somehow.
No.
'Cause,
no. If like the context of that photo, no, that was not me.
yeah. That's what I mean. I'm trying to explain. I got fucking frames. So fucking, if I didn't talk to you after the 17th, and fucking all these posts and cancel posts and shit about me on the 20th, 25th, then fucking, can I bring up screenshots about the dates and posts? Probably not, because Bond's Discord magically blew up. It disappeared. I don't know how that happened. But, whoever blew that place up, thank you, because that was a bit of a shithole. And, yeah, nah, fucking, you did the community good getting rid of that fucking toxic cesspool. I mean, the amount of doxing information, the fucking abhorrent shit that was fucking said, all those ripped, stolen files that she didn't care about, all the fucking blackmailing of fucking larger creators and stuff. Because I was there for those meetings. I was there when we talked to Goblin, and you can't deny this because I can see it with my own bloody eyes. I might even try and find the screenshot. I'll try. But I know what you said and did to them, and you basically blackmailed them for that blacklist, and you held them by the balls because you had a distributing hub for stolen, pirated goods. So you can't deny any of this, Bon. I was there. But I digress. But yeah, no, you're doing good, Lunarie. But with the framing of me and stuff, how did they, convince you, pressure you, attack you, blackmail you? What did they do to get you to do those and say those things?
In the beginning, Vaughn had mentioned to me your behaviors, as she would put them, that you were very touchy with her, you were very overbearing, in her words, very, just a lot, and it seemed very odd.
Overbearing?
I think
this is the same woman that would bug me on Discord to get online because she had trouble sleeping. She would fucking bug me to get online, and then we would sit in the Popcorn Palace and stuff, or whatever the fuck, while she fell asleep on me. The fuck she been overbearing?
But you just saw those just behaviors in general. You being around your age, she just didn't think it was very appropriate. So she went and talked to Pickle, and talked to Buzz, and then I was looped in because I was close with you at the time. And it was just mainly the fact of, it was supposed to just purely stay as talking about what was happening and communicate with each other about the things that were being, I guess, observed is the word.
Observed? You mean me just being fucking retarded on the internet?
Yes.
That's hardly being inappropriate.
Was what it was supposed to say of. And then Pickle took it a step further and started recording you first.
Well then, Pickle, you got a bit of explaining to do. I'm not.
When the first screenshot started coming up with the purple and star background, that's how I remember it was them. It started coming up with your messages with the purple star background, and then a first recording of you with them. And then it just progressively got to where everyone was just recording any experience they had with you to go with the talking points. And it just kept progressively getting worse.
Yeah, and then the only thing they had to possibly cancel me was them framing me. Because apparently being a retard on VRChat isn't fucking evidence. Looks at everyone on VRChat just being fucking stupid. It's VRChat. I came here to make friends and be fucking autistic. I didn't come here to cause issues. So, like I said, with all those recordings that they had of me, they only had one that could possibly cause any damage, which was forcing you into a compromising position.
Pickle had originally said in the beginning of it that you were a lot, and that you, from her words, only last about 3 minutes. I thought that we were just going to be talking.
Fucking what?
And And by her comment, I had already gotten freaked out and didn't know what to expect. Hence, my constant shaking. I didn't really respond. My head wasn't there. I wasn't in the conversation. Yes, I was still responding, but I personally couldn't tell you anything that went down when we were speaking.
I'm not fucking impressed with
the mental
her.
breakdown after.
Mind you, Pickle is the same woman that said it was okay to have a not safe for work channel with adults, and also had inappropriate relationships with adults.
I could possibly get the before clip before I joined you of her saying basically what I explained.
Well, I'm not fucking impressed with these people at all. I'm not impressed with any of this. The fact that they fucking had to make shit up and fucking cause all of this and push a fucking child into a compromising position. I am not fucking impressed with anything that you fucking done. This is absolutely abhorrent and you damn well fucking know it. I don't know why you thought any of this is okay. If the whole idea of these fucking talks and that was to expose someone for being inappropriate or a potential threat to children, why the fuck did you have to get someone and put them in a compromising position? Why the fuck did you have to fucking frame me? None of this has any fucking validity. And now it's all fucking coming out after a year. The fucking anniversary of this framing is coming up in a few fucking days on the fucking 16th of May. I'm not happy with any of this. The fact that you had to use this poor fucking girl, the fact that you had to fucking make a goddamn victim because the amount of hours of recordings that you fucking allegedly had with me and told in screenshots was absolutely not valid and had any fucking validity to it. None of it held any fucking truth. Even when you got me to saying do stupid shit, it was always fucking portrayed as shit posting and me being a fucking retard on the internet because people saying do stupid shit for fun. Yeah, I made inappropriate jokes. Yeah, I made fucking saying do things, but everyone in this fucking game does stupid shit, and none of it is illegal, and none of it is fucking pedophilia. The fact that you had to get a fucking child into a compromising position and fucking force them into it is absolutely fucking appalling, and you damn well know it. There is a special place in fucking hell for you, and being a child does not fucking excuse you for these fucking actions. I am appalled at you lot. I am appalled at all of you. Whatever fucking happens to you after this, and whatever fucking happens to you throughout your goddamn lifetime is just and deserved. Bond getting her fucking shit empire fucking ripped down, Melody being exposed for being a piece of shit, fucking Buzz being exposed for nutting at a fucking child, and fucking the rest of you. I am not fucking happy with any of you, and I'm gonna fucking expose all of you until you fucking like it. All you had to do was make shit up about me. You had to fucking frame me, and you had to use this poor fucking girl to fucking be used as a fucking cancel point because you needed a fucking victim. Fuck you, and fuck you what you did to this poor girl. I'm sick of all of you, and I hope you fucking burn in hell for the nasty shit you fucking did. She was supposed to be your friend. She trusted you. You told her that you cared about her and her fucking safety, and you fucking manipulated her, and you fucking used her. You're all a piece of shit, and all fucking deserve what you fucking get. I am absolutely sick of you. I can't believe you had to go through this, just for fucking this, and for what? Just to badmouth me? Fuck you. Fuck all of you. None of this is okay. You fucking used her, and you damn well know it, and now I have to fucking have a blow up because I'm sick of your shit. This was supposed to be her pouring a fucking heart out of the fucking nasty shit you've done to her so I can fucking try and clear her name because you all still keep trying to use her. Stop using her as a fucking victim. Stop using mentally ill children as victims. I know what you lot fucking did. I know about that fucking girl that came from a broken home, a drug-abused fucking home. You took advantage of her, which was off her fucking face on drugs and fucking alcohol, and you made her say and do things to make me look bad. You know who the fuck you are. You're all pieces of shit. This is the only person that has decided to come forward about this, and she has such strength, more strength than all of you, you fucking spineless cunts. She has more strength than fucking all of you, and more fucking stature and human fucking validity to a fucking human being, because she has come forward to actually talk about this. This is the one that has come forward. What about all those other fucking children you fucking screwed over? What about all those fucking vulnerable fucking mentally ill children you manipulated to make me look bad? Fuck you and your family. You're a fucking mistake. I'm not happy with how they treated you. You okay?
Yes.
No, I'm not happy with any of this. And this is the one that came forward. There is a pile of victims. There's a fucking body pile. And this is the one that came forward. I've lost fucking count of what you've done to people, the nasty shit you've fucking done to people to make me look bad. Okay? The people you've manipulated, the people you've lied to, and the people that you've radicalized to try and stop the bad man. I'm not the bad man. You're the bad man, whether you like it or not. Never once have I done this to anyone. Yeah, sure, I fucking shit talk people. Yeah, I've been a fucking arsehole and badmouth someone. But I never fucking force a child into a compromising position to make someone look bad. I never once took advantage of a mentally ill child. A fucking child from a broken fucking home, okay? You're a piece of shit. You knew they came from a broken home. You knew they came from a vulnerable home. And you knew they were mentally ill. And you took their trust and used it against them. That's why fucking taking and using someone's trust, ruining the bonds of fucking love that God gave you is a fucking sin, okay? I'm not a religious man, but there's a reason why fucking fraudulence is a sin and you're gonna burn in fucking hell for this shit. The nasty shit that you fucking done and all these people you've manipulated to make me look bad, I hope it was fucking worth it because it didn't even fucking work. It just built me. And it built her. But I digress. But yeah, but after they basically forced you into everything, fucking what was the fallout afterwards? After, you know, they compelled you and manipulated you and into all of this.
Basically, there was just a moment of silence where I would just do my own thing. I didn't really talk to any of them afterwards.
I thought they cared about you. Wouldn't they be comforting you after having such a traumatic event that you're, like, forced into?
Buzz would speak to me, of course, because we were dating at the time. Bond only really ever spoke to me about moderating and the avatars.
I guess she only came to you when she wanted something.
Code. Never heard from Code. Never heard from Pickle. I haven't even spoke to Pickle maybe but twice since this whole thing happened. And it was miscellaneous things of her just telling me or asking me things. Melody didn't happen until the second falling out. So I was basically just left with Buzz until Buzz disappeared, and then I was just on my own.
So they just left you. They fucking used you like a cum sock, and they just fucking ditched you afterwards.
They were there, but they never once would come to me and say, hey, how are you doing? Even if nothing, you know, hey, you want to come hang out? Hey, you want to go do this? It was just silence. I had my models, and that's all I did.
Yeah, so they used you. They got what they wanted, and then they just didn't give a shit afterwards. Yeah, so they used you. And then ever since then, they've been using that against her and against me constantly. Like I've shown her numerous times, she has told Melody, I know this for a fact, she has told Shadow Melody multiple fucking times to stop using her to cancel me and perpetuate the story. She's told him multiple times. I've shown her videos of him constantly going on about fucking saying how much a horrible human I am and she's my victim. She's told him to stop. She doesn't want anything to do with this anymore, but they don't care. They needed a victim.
I know you from
Yeah, because you molested fucking loony. The fuck do you mean, nigga?
Molested loony. Groomy loony literally has a pile of fucking victims behind her.
Not that loony, you dumbass. Lunarie.
I did not molest the lunarie.
Have you actually, how many times have you told him to stop? And just stop this whole thing?
I've lost count.
She's lost count. She's fucking lost count. Okay, Melody, you happy with yourself? For someone that cares about child safety so much or cares about anyone, no, you're a manipulative piece of shit. And you'll always be a piece of shit. You and your fucking neo-Nazi views, you and your fucking views towards fucking against people of minority or fucking genetic value or whatever, the fact that you have to be such a spiteful piece of shit, the fact that you manipulate everyone, the fact that you've stated numerous fucking times how you want to just get rid of me and shit, and I don't even know you. I used to somewhat be friends with you. I didn't even know you properly. I just talked to you about avatars, and then you fucking ditched me. And then turned on me, and I don't know why. And I'll never understand why. And you know what? I don't fucking care. I don't need closure on that. My closure is you're a piece of shit. And you'll always be a piece of shit. A manipulative piece of shit. That's all you fucking are. And you know what? It's offensive to fucking shit. So, with, fuck no, I just lost because I got fucking mad. So with everything else and whatnot, I need to get my fucking grounding.
You were speaking about how they kind of just left me to my own.
Yeah. I was also going to bring up the screenshots that you sent me about what you have of him. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go over those screenshots you sent me. Well, what would be the first screenshot?
The first screenshot was he hates what Cakes has done. I know. The second Buzz hears about even a peep of Cakes coming back or trying anything, Buzz won't stop until Cakes is gone. The context behind that is after the first initial wave of everything going over, Buzz was currently texting Shadow, and Shadow heard that you were possibly going to be rebuilding.
Of course I rebuilt. I came straight back. I rebuilt Toy Box and everything in 2 fucking weeks.
The second one was, do you have any references or pictures of Cakes' daycare's OCs? I'm wanting to piss Cakes off. He was mainly referring to any of, like, your Moonbeam, your, the version...
You mean the Moonbeam I made public because I didn't want to be a selfish arsehole?
Yes. Just anything I had of, like, pictures, references, anything you sent me of them because he wanted them for his own benefit or redoing to make you upset.
Well, it's not going to make me upset. I could care less if people edit it.
The third one says we've been celebrating Cakes' downfall. That was after the first initial blow of everything going down, and after my breakdown, he had been texting me after it, and he was celebrating the fact that you were down on your feet. You couldn't do anything from his knowledge.
Well, yeah, but like I said, he doesn't know what he's messing with. I just rebuilt everything in 2 fucking weeks. And then I had avatars being pumped out on the fucking Toybox account in like another few days. Thank you, admin, with your talented skills. He's over there.
Screenshot is I want to rip Cakes apart. That was, I'm pretty sure, after the second video had came out, and you were messaging me at the time, and that was when me and Shadow were what I thought was getting close, and I was telling him that I was debating on coming back to you and talking with you, and he was trying to say to me that it's not worth it, it'll just go all bad again, I want to rip him apart for what he did to you, that sort of thing. Then the last and final screenshot that I have on hand is Cakes is that desperate to turn you against me. Which is self-explanatory in itself.
I know, I never turned you against him. I never turned Lunarie Dogsy against you. You turned her against you with your fucking abhorrent behavior and the shit that you've done. Because like I said, lies always come to the fucking top eventually. You know what you do with bodies? You can fucking put a body at the bottom of the ocean or the lake. But you know what? It always floats to the surface eventually. So you can't hide everything. And you know what? The body decided to float to the surface. So now we get to see what came up. They float down here. They all float down here. Yes, that's a reference. No, I definitely don't like it. But no, but yeah, so after all of this and that, I know you tried contacting FFI and Royale. What happened? Because I don't think they bothered to talk to you after then trying to cancel me, because apparently listening to the victim's a dumb idea. So you did.
I went to message Royal first after our first initial meeting. I got nowhere with that. It told me the message wouldn't send. I tried multiple different. I tried messaging moderators, and then it just kept going to red text. And then after I would reload the app, the text would be gone. Then my final resort was FFI, and I said, "Hey, can you get me and Royal into a call so we can all talk?" I got no response.
So, FFI, if your whole point's about being a journalist and also an investigative journalist, why are you not talking to the victim? Because there's plenty of communications between you and her when it came to making me look bad, but when she wants to tell you that she was forced into it and the whole thing was a fucking frame job, you didn't want to notice. Which is kind of funny, because your associate, Molly, that contacted you, regularly talked to fucking Shadow Melody and encouraged him, and also didn't fucking care if he was a bad person because he had dirt on me. And now I'm starting to see that a lot of things are coming up. Your associate that approached you about things talked to Shadow Melody to get the evidence. And when you were confronted about it, like, I know that call I had with you, when I told you the guy that you're getting your evidence from was a piece of shit and fabricates things and forces children to compromising position, you didn't fucking care. You didn't care whatsoever. Okay? You were just looking for fucking YouTube content, and that's all you were fucking ever looking for. And look at you now, shit's all over the place. If Molly never fucking conned you, you would have been sitting in a different position just finding random fucking retards on the internet to fucking make look like shit so you can get money. And right now, I got my the victim right next to me saying that she's trying to talk to you. But you never answered. Royale never answered. Okay? None of you cared about any of this. You just cared about making people look bad for fucking content, and that's all you ever care about. You don't care about the validity of fucking where shit comes from. You don't care about the validity of anything. You don't even care about the person that approached you. I find it fucking appalling that Molly, the one that groomed a fucking kid and I called out for, and you kept saying is fucking innocent, because apparently people can get framed. You yourself stated people can get framed for this shit. But it never occurred to you that fucking my neo-Nazi hate group, the one that fucking compels mentally ill children into compromising positions to make me look bad, not once did you ever think that maybe I could have been fucking framed. And you know what? Probably you did. I don't know. There's multiple recordings of people telling you. There's multiple recordings that were in that stupid fucking Mega Drive of child exploitation material that Molly decided to upload and they got taken down because your video got taken down for child sexualization and the fucking Mega Drive got taken down for child sexualization. So you're not looking very good right now. So Molly64 with child sexualization material got their shit fucking nuked, and you putting that on fucking YouTube got your shit fucking nuked for it, okay? And right now, I'm still going to try and contact Royale because apparently he may be able to have some fucking reasoning. But right now, the victim is telling me and telling all of these people watching this video that they're trying to contact you to tell you about how Melody fucking concocted all of this and they'll force into it. And you do not want to fucking listen one bit. You are not a journalist. You just wanted to fuck someone over for money and you damn well know it. And that speaks volumes about you. And you were told multiple times that the evidence was fucking fraudulent and fucking concocted by a fucking mentally ill neo-Nazi that hates my fucking guts. And he doesn't care who he hurts or who he fucking manipulates. She has dealt with him for a long period of time. You've heard her fucking witness statements of his character. And you still don't fucking understand anything. If you actually bothered to fucking do any journalistic fucking skills or anything, you would listen to the people that get hurt. Just like that other video I did with fucking Andy on Groomy Looney. If you actually cared about cleaning this community up, you'd get Groomy Looney off the fucking internet. But no. You try to fucking get me in trouble with the fucking cops. You try to get me off the fucking platform. I watched how you fucking approached random fucking VR chat groups to try and get me fucking cancelled and shit, while all simultaneously saying Molly was fucking innocent. Molly's not fucking innocent. You're not fucking innocent. All of this was horribly fucking played out, and it was all a plot for fucking revenge, because apparently, I don't know, you just wanted to fuck around and find out. But I digress. But yeah. She's messaging you, and she's made a public statement that she's trying to message you on Royale. So what are you going to fucking do? Ignore it? You know, what does it matter? I'm just a fucking piss in the ocean at a YouTuber. I only got like 300 people on my fucking channel. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What will I do? But yeah, you've tried contacting and rectifying things. You've tried explaining everything, and no one wants to listen to you. Well, you know what? Now we're listening. So after all of this, what happened? Because you ended up coming back to Toy Box, and now you're making avatars and shit again. And she makes very lovely avatars. And you should go to her channel in the Discord and fucking look at them, because they're well crafted and optimized. She's also making what was the project you're still working on? The Dandy's World 1.
Me and my girlfriend are currently making a functional version of Dandy's World.
Really? Well, for VR chat?
Yes.
Well then, I'll
She's
definitely
doing
have to
all
be
the coding because she's very smart, and I just get to make stupid little models for the game, which will all be public and usable, and will also be playable in the game.
Well then, and you see, things get better because that's what you should do. You don't just go around bringing people down. I don't want to make fucking cancel videos. I don't want to go around bringing people down. Life's better when you help people. She's quite talented, and the fact that her talents were squandered by a fucking retarded neo-Nazi is just appalling. And everyone else that just used her, because she doesn't have a use. She's a human being. And you know what, I'm just going to wrap this up just a little bit. Maybe she'll come on the show again. Maybe there'll be other statements and stuff to add to this, but I'm just going to wrap this up. I don't know why people have to do things like this. How could you hate me so much? I barely even met you. And the fact that you have to hurt so many people to get to where you got right now. You have a pile of victims. A pile of victims larger than me because I don't have any fucking victims. The fact that you've had to compel mentally ill children. The fact that you've had to manipulate people. The fact that you believe in fucking genocide and fucking racial segregation is appalling. The fact that all these people have tried to bring me down and not once have they succeeded. All you do is bring people down around you and you never get any higher. Even the pile of victims you stand on doesn't bring you any higher. And for now, that would be my closing statement. Just try to be a good person. We all need to try to be better people. Look, I know you want to hurt people the way you feel. I know people feel bad sometimes, and you know you want the world to pay and burn, but that's not the right thing to do. Just try to be a better person when you can. Try to bring people higher when you can. Helping and bringing people higher is always better than trying to bring everyone down, because look at me. All they ever tried to do was to bring me down, and look at me. I never got brought down. I just got higher. And like I said, I'm ending it here. You feel better now talking about it, lunarie? Don't worry, we'll end it.